Hey, William, welcome.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, as well.
Hey,
It's so quiet.
yeah, we're going to wrap up in a second. Let's wait 1 more minute.
I should play some music or something.
You just got your normal weekly buys going, or you just
Smooth patient consulting. I cannot hear you. You just read.
for Bitcoin and stuff.
When that hit a couple days ago, I'm just kind of.
Hey, it ripped through the 50s like I said it would, pretty much. I mean, like a day, and I told you it'd go right up to 52, and that's where it's at.
All right. I think you can kick it off. Yeah, let's start, and I will let in the other guys. Welcome everyone. We're doing those webinars regularly. We're doing them 2 times per month, and we always going to talk about new helpful stuff for your agencies, but also we're going to show what we're cooking each time. So let's start with today's agenda. Today we have a special guest. I'll talk more about him, that will show us some really complex workflows that you can build in GHL with our tool. We will demo our real-time appointment scheduling feature, which is going into closed beta from tomorrow. And yeah, we're going to release it first for our agency users, and then we're going to release it for everyone soon. We're going to talk about the roadmap, and at the end we have an interactive case session and a little bit of bonus on some latest news. But yeah, let's kick it off. And please shoot all your questions in the chat, and we can pick them either live or at the interactive QA session. So yeah, let's start. Complex workflows with Scott. Yeah, Scott is the co-founder of BeyondOrbit AI. He's a pioneer in fully automated conversational AI for calling and messaging CRM. He has a lot of experience. We were really impressed by what he's done and what he could have done with our product. And what was really interesting for us that he has more than 2 years dedicated to developing voice bots already with specialization in API integrations and deep automation. And yeah, right now, Scott, please, I will let you share the screen. And mute myself.
All right, yeah, thanks for having me. So yeah, I'm the co-founder of BeyondOrbit AI. We have a fully automated conversational AI calling and messaging platform that pretty much automates an entire sales process up until you take a sales call. So I just wanted to hop on. They asked me to hop on to kind of cover some different workflows that are possible with using Synthflow AI to make the phone calls for you. So I'll start off with just an example. Obviously, there's endless possibilities here with what you could do with triggering these phone calls. But I'll start off with actually having the AI make a phone call at a scheduled appointment time, right? So if you have an appointment, you can actually trigger that phone call to happen right at that appointment time. So I'll walk through that. Let's see here. All right, so right here I have I set up a trigger, and obviously you could set up any sort of trigger to make a phone call happen. But I just have right here where the appointment gets booked. It's going to go through and do a couple things, right? I'm having to tag the contact, changing the lead status because all of our statuses and stages and everything move automatically without any human interaction. We update our prompt for our texting, our conversational AI texting. We remove it from some different workflows. We send out a introduction email, text message. We update the conversation field inside of our system. So, our conversational AI calling and messaging agents all have context into the conversations that have happened already with that client. And then you just have your reminder sequence, right, for the appointments. And then your kind of final reminder 5 minutes before. And then now we're, right here we have a wait function here that's going to wait for the exact time of the appointment. And then we're going to make a phone call using the Synthflow AI action that's already built into GoHighLevel, which is pretty nice. They already have that integrated, so you're not having to send off your own webhook there. And then we actually use custom values, right? So if you go to your custom values, you can create a custom value and plug in the ID, like the model number of your calling agent. Then obviously you could use the phone number here, the contact phone number, the contact name, and then we also use a custom value for the API key, just so you're not having to go in and enter it in every single time, right? If you have 20 different workflows that have phone calls, you're not having to actually go in and copy and paste the API key every time or the model number every time. So if you just use the custom values here, you can just go plug in the custom value and you don't have to sit there and go back and forth all the time plugging that in, right? So right here we have it to where you make a phone call. We did put in a call counter, right? Because some of our clients wanted to know, well, how many calls did the AI make to the prospect, right? Because there's more than just making one single phone call or a couple phone calls when a new lead comes in. We actually have phone calls that are scattered out through the entire nurturing process, scattered through 3 different phases. And then when people no-show appointments or they cancel appointments, we have some different automations that involve phone calls there too. So what we did was we plugged in a custom field under the contact, and you just have a little equation that will just add 1 every single time. Oh, sorry there.
Sorry, I muted yourself.
Yeah, all
sorry.
good.
Yeah.
All good. Yeah, and then we notated, right? So we notated every single time a phone call. Now we just call it Call Master AI. That's kind of what we call ours, but we use the Synthflow here. We're a white label agency with Synthflow. So that note's going to basically timestamp that phone call, right? We have the counter to show how many calls, but then also having a note that will timestamp exactly when that call was made. Now we have set up, and this is, when you're using it for an appointment, it's really smart to have some sort of a fail-safe, especially when you're trying to automate different aspects of your business, because if you don't, it just kind of gets left there. If for some reason the call doesn't go through, maybe you have something messed up in your connection, or just God forbid something happens to where that call doesn't go through. Now it's just stuck there, right? And it's not doing anything. So what we did is we set up where we're checking the response code to see if it was, okay, if it was a 200, right? If it actually went through, the call actually got to Synthflow, it actually made it there, and it's going to make the phone call. If it doesn't, we wait 3 minutes, try the phone call again, right? And then we add a note showing that it was an outbound call. If it still doesn't go through for some reason, so something's going on, we go in there, we update the status to no show, right? When that happens, we have other automations, obviously, that no show will trigger another workflow to happen. It'll re-engage the client or the prospect to try to get them back on the calendar. So if it does go through, we have a way, just kind of using the actions that Synthflow is coming out with, to track if they answered the phone call, because and that's kind of even big when you're calling a new lead, because you don't want to keep calling them over and over again if they answered and they had a conversation, right? You don't want to call them 2 hours later or whatever it may be. So we go in and we have a way where we tag the contact that they answered the phone call, right? So we're going to call it the first time, wait 3 minutes, and we're going to check, did the call get answered, right? So it's checking for that tag, answered setter call. So if it's not answered, we can now double dial them, right? Which we found to be very effective. Typically people, they get that first phone call, they don't pick up. That second call, they're like, okay, who is this, right? And then they end up picking it up. So we'll make that second phone call, which again, you have the custom value, so you're not having to enter in the API and the model every single time. Again, you have the call counter, outbound call, note, wait a few minutes, and now we're checking again. Did the call get answered? So you called them 2 times, checking to see if it got answered. If it doesn't, right, then it's automatically going to go in and change that status to no show, right? And again, that's kind of what's happening over here. If the call doesn't go through, it's making the first call. If it ends up going through and they don't answer, then we'll call it again. If not, goes to the no show, right? And that's that's simply one example of triggering phone calls. A lot of clients that we work with, they come in and they've tried AI software for phone calls, don't really know what to do with it, don't know how to set up their agents, might have a bad experience because they don't know exactly what they're doing. Or you even have some people that come in and say, okay, well, I could have it call my old leads, right? I could just plug in a bunch of numbers and have it call it, but it's like, what do you do before that? Or what do you do after that? How do you handle different situations that happen on the phone call, right? Or, people that say, oh, I'll have a trigger a phone call when a new lead comes in. There's just so many different areas. You kind of just got to open your mind on that of where you could actually place these phone calls, whether it be, birthday phone calls, for example, calling people on their birthday, keeps your company top of mind with them. It's a great time to ask for referrals, right? Or even triggering actions after you close a deal 10 days later, going and having to call that person and ask for a referral. Appointment reminders. There's just so many different options that you could do, and using GoHighLevel is pretty great, just because there's pretty much unlimited opportunities of where you could trigger a call. If you send out trigger links, I don't know if anybody is using GoHighLevel right now, but trigger link, if somebody clicks that, right, and 10 minutes later they don't take an action or whatever it may be, you'd actually trigger that phone call. Hey, I saw that you visited our sales page. Do you have any questions? Right. So there's so many different areas that you could actually plug in those phone calls. All right. And then the next one is just kind of like an inbound webhook for after the call's done. And you could use this for a few different reasons or a few different ways. But what we have here is we have the inbound webhook for after the call's done. Synthflow is going to send us the data from that call, right? Transcript, notes, the direction, how long the call was, the link to the phone call so you can hear the recording. So what we have here is we're checking if it's an inbound or an outbound call based off of the data that is sent over from Synthflow. And the reason I do that is if it's an inbound, we're wanting to find the contact, right? Because we want to find somewhere where we could update the contact, where we could put notes in. I want to take the inbound to be the from number, not the to number, because it's an inbound call, right? So I'm going to look for the contact from the from number on the inbound, the to number on the outbound. And then if for some reason, I don't have something set up correct, again, this is just another fail safe. It's always smart to put fail safes in your workflows. But if for any reason it can't tell whether it's an inbound or outbound because something's broken, it will first try finding the contact, by the inbound number, the from number. If it can't find it, it's going to go in and try to find it from the to number. And if it still can't find it, you could do a few different things here. We have it to where it just notifies us that there's an error, but you could also go in there and you could have it create a new contact and make some new actions happen at that point too. So this is essentially just trying to find the contact. I know it looks like a lot, but you really have to just cover all your grounds and cover all the areas where you could potentially go wrong, just to make sure that you're finding that contact correctly, right? So once it finds that contact, comes over here, you can go put the recording link, the outcome, if it was an answer by machine or human, call direction, length of call, put all your notes in there, right? So notates the account. And then, we just have a few different things here, if it's a call out to, if it was like a booked appointment, if it's not booked, we can go in and update that contact to show that it didn't book. It had the call, right? But it didn't book. So now we could create other actions to happen after that. So that's more of just kind of that inbound, being able to update the contact with some notes for that one. So yeah.
Thank you very much, Scott. Yeah, that's really impressive. And yeah, we'll get to Q&A part, and you can shoot questions to Scott. Then we'll just move on with the agenda. Thank you very much, Scott. Really, really impressive. I think the guys also got impressed by what you've done. So yeah, next on the agenda, I'm not sure that we have the demo of the appointment scheduling, which is in closed beta starting from tomorrow. Maybe 1 second.
Alex,
Yes,
Alex.
Leo.
Can you please demo in 5 IDF, please?
Yes. That's good to bring your devs with you. They always know when you're about to screw up. Give me 1 second. All right, so yeah, this is our app on our end. The way you would activate and use the appointment, you would need a call.com account first, and you just input the API key and the call event ID. After that, you're set up to use it. We're going to release it with GTL calendar soon, but that comes after the closed beta first. So let's try out this and test it out. Right. So when you create this kind of calendar, you'll have 2 variables that you need to pass over. One is the lead time zone, and the other is the lead email. And by the way, we're going to work actually into an appointment scheduling feature for inbound calls that will be done with GHL calendar phone number directly. That will manage all the inbound appointments. Okay, so let's test. Okay.
Welcome to Dr. Synthflow's dentist office. May I have your name to locate your file?
Yeah, this is Alex.
Thank you, Alex. May I also have your date of birth to access your patient file?
Yeah, 13 April 94.
Thank you, Alex. I have your file open now. Can you please let me know what type of appointment you need? It could be for a cleaning, consultation, or any other specific dental procedure.
I want the cleaning.
Understood, Alex. Let's see what appointment times are convenient for you. Do you have any day or time preferences?
Tomorrow, what do you have tomorrow?
Just a moment. Checking availability for tomorrow. Got it. How about tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. for your cleaning appointment?
Yeah, that works great.
Great, Alex. I have you scheduled for tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. for your cleaning appointment. We'll send you a reminder by text and phone call. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, that's all. Thank you. So, right. Yeah, so this is the way you're getting the email with the booking link, and this is basically how it works. The prompt is not any advanced prompt to do so. There are a few things that you have to do. But yeah, basically this is it. We're rolling from tomorrow and we're starting with agency users, as I've mentioned. And now we're going quickly to the roadmap and then to the Q&A section in a second. Wrong screen, in a second. All right, the roadmap. Sassun, please.
Yes. Hi, everyone. By the way, great demos. Scott, loved your workflow. Very sophisticated, really cool stuff. And also the demo, Alex, really nice of the appointment booking. Yeah, as we discussed last time in our previous webinar, we went through the roadmap. You see here the points that we had last time. Some of them we finished, for example, the voice improvements. Those are currently on dev. We will release them gradually. As you already got a sneak peek of the demo from Alex, you will certainly see that it got way faster now, but also we improved the interruption handling. So before that, it took some time to interrupt the agent when it was talking. Right now, we optimized that to have an even more seamless interruption system. And this will be gradually rolled out. So you will see significant improvements in the voice technology and how the AI is talking in a more human-like manner. As Alex demoed, we finished the real-time appointment feature. We will gradually roll that out. If you're interested and want to do the alpha testing, just reach out to us. We will enable that for you. This was specifically for the outbound use case. So when we call a lead, and we're also working on the inbound, on the inbound use case, which has slightly different internal workflows. I can go deeper into that, but main topic on that is that we need to capture the email address ideally, so we can send out the Google invite. And this is something you can do programmatically with an outbound, but with an inbound, well, you don't have directly the email of the person that is calling, so you cannot send an Google Calendar invitation. Though we will have a GoHighLevel calendar integration, and with GoHighLevel, obviously, you can just have the phone number saved in your CRM, and then you can do all the follow-ups, etc. So this is something we will do on that front for the inbound agent. We also integrated PlayHT. This is something that is still in development, but we will roll that out most probably next week, and then you will also have PlayHT as a new provider for human-like voices, and you will also be able to have some fine-grained control on the voices, on the speed of the voice, on the emotions, etc. As the fourth point, transfer to human, we finished that today. Actually, we will roll that out slowly to our users as well. So yeah, just let us know if you want to give it a try. We will release it similar to the voice tech improvements and the appointment booking in a more like staged manner in a different phase to make sure that it works fine. Scott showed actually a bunch of cases in his workflow where he is extracting data from the transcript. You can do that with GoHighLevel or any other workflow builder, but what we want to do is make it as easy as possible for you to extract information from the transcript. And you will be able to do that within Synthflow as well, right? So you can program basically what information you would like to capture from the transcription, and then we will shoot that into your CRM. It can be high level, it can be anything within an API connection. Similar to the call summary, this is also something we are working on. as well as the next steps for the voicemail drop, the uploading of the knowledge base. This is something that's still on our roadmap. We haven't started with that. And as a ninth point here, we just released a new GoHighLevel app, or new version of the GoHighLevel app, where we integrated with the OAuth 2 of GoHighLevel API, and we have a more seamless way to sync all the sub accounts and all the data of GoHighLevel directly with your Synthflow dashboard. So specifically, if you have an agency, you can now sync all the sub accounts, create workspaces for those sub accounts in GoHighLevel and in Synthflow, and then also share the data, etc., with the two platforms. So really deep and nice integration into that. And we will also release some more information on how that works. Yeah, that's in short about it. There's a lot of other stuff that we are cooking and that we are gradually releasing. Some stuff that is not even mentioned here that we already released, but we'll keep that on a bigger topics here. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot.
Yeah, we're going slide in QA directly. And regarding the roadmap, William had a question regarding the GHL. Do they need to reinstall the app now after the update?
No, you don't need to reinstall. The only thing you need to do is do the login with GoHighLevel. So GoHighLevel has this SSO feature where you need to select the sub account or the agency account you want to sync with. You can do that in Synthflow. Just click on Connect GoHighLevel app, and then you can sync it. But if you have any questions, we can deep dive into that. We'll also create a Loom video explaining the whole process, but no need to install a new app.
Okay, thank you, Sassun. Yeah, guys, now you can raise your hands if you have questions either for the Synthflow team or for Scott. And I see Kyle, you raise your hand. You can proceed, please.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys, for putting this on today. And thanks to Scott for showing some of the secret sauce there. That was really cool. Looks like that took a lot of work to get all that put together. So as I understand it, we'd have to have a GoHighLevel enterprise account to go work with Synthflow. And so I guess that's one question. Is that what Synthflow is saying? You have to go down that road with GoHighLevel, or could you build this stuff out with Zapier or Make? Just wanted to start with that question.
Yeah, absolutely. You can build that with Zapier as well. We have an official plugin with Zapier where you can easily use that app that we built to create the workflows. You can also use that with Make or any other CRM you have. We have a REST API where you can hook into anything that can consume APIs. So yeah, you are not obliged to use GoHighLevel, though you can.
And
Okay,
we
understood.
have in plan to have a Make official integration as well in the near future. Yeah.
Okay. But you got to have some kind of no-code automation builder outside of Synthflow UI to be able to put these kinds of complex workflows together.
Yes. Right now, you would need to do that with a workflow tool.
For now, yes. Yeah, for now.
Okay, you say Hakob says for now. Is that something you guys are investing money and time into to build that out? Are you guys going to become a workflow automation company as well as an AI voice company?
Absolutely. Everything points into that direction. And we're coming here from the customer point of view. We want to make it as easy as possible for you to set everything up. Right now, you might need to go to Zapier. You might need to connect it to GoHighLevel or any other app. We want to do that obviously as easy as possible for you. So it makes a lot of sense for us to handle everything within Synthflow and have the workflow builder natively integrated into Synthflow. So that's definitely something, yeah, we're prioritizing.
Got you. But for now, there's no applications built on Make. You just have to take the API string and copy that in there where applicable.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Kyle. Justin, yes, can go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Real quick. Hey, Scott. Is it Scott, the guy who did the presentation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to put you on the spot. I don't know if this is something would you be able to answer or maybe talk with the Synthflow team, but would you be willing to share the snapshot of your demo that you created with us that are on the call today? Or if you're not willing to do it, maybe available for purchase?
Yeah, so I know I'm going to be talking with the Synthflow guys on a few things. Our system that we have has over 100 automations because again, our system like fully automates an entire sales process, right? The conversational AI was able to be that missing piece to be able to fully automate businesses, right? And we're actually in the works of actually completely fully automating businesses with AI sales calls as well. So yeah, I mean, as far as a snapshot, I mean, maybe I could put something together, and I think I'm going to be working with the Synthflow guys on a few things to put together a few snapshots, because obviously some of that stuff wouldn't be useful for you, right? Because we have the conversational AI texting and emailing and stuff like that, where we update some fields in there. But yeah, I'm going to get with them and see if we can put something together to at least kind of get some people going off on the right foot. So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
that'd be
also
awesome.
we'll also take this as a basically inspiration for us to maybe collab with Scott on something to put out there for you as resources, something like university or academy.
Yeah.
So if you have any more specific feedback, like particularly in your case, etc., just send us in Slack or Discord or per email. We'll collect this everything and we can maybe work together with Scott to put something useful for you out there. Yeah.
Yeah, following up to that, yes, we're going to work with Scott, and a few things are coming towards our users, especially the agency users who hold an agency tier, because we've seen they really need to make everything seamless from what they implement to acquiring users and stuff like that. So we're going to make more efforts soon to help you achieve your success as an automation agency and serve your clients well from all the points. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, Scott.
Okay, thank you. Yes, William, you said something about prompting. Yes, on the prompting side, we're going to improve as well. And I know you've seen our newsletter that we're working already on a proprietary LLM model that will make prompting way easier as well. You'll see an increased performance in prompting as well. Greg, yes, please.
Hey guys, thank you for putting this on. So I have a question about how the system handles voicemail. I noticed an agent was going back and forth with the voicemail message, right? When the voicemail picked up saying, hey, not here right now, or whatever the message was, but the AI agent kept going back and forth, not realizing that it wasn't a person, but it was a voice message being trying to tell the AI assistant to leave a voicemail message. So my question is, how are you guys, is there improvements coming in that area?
Yes, for sure. We are continuously working on that. Right now, we have about 90% accuracy on detecting voicemails. In standard call center technology, that's about 80%. So we topped that already, but there is still room for improvement. So there are two things that we are working on in that regard. Increasing the accuracy of detecting the voicemail. So right now we still have like 10% where we can do improvements, as well as improving it, detecting it faster. So as you pointed out, it takes some turns to understand that this is actually a voicemail, right? And we want to improve the speed of detecting that, so it will not take a lot of turns till the system figures out that this is actually a voicemail. So those two improvements are something we are doing actively right now.
Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. Yes, anyone else want to raise a hand? Fahim, yes, what you're asking here, what GHL account do we need to use Synthflow? I think you can have starter. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sassun. Yes, you can use starter. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Anyone else? Any question regarding our future roadmap, how we plan to release a few things or anything? Or actually, let me ask you something. What use cases are you looking for, or what features are you looking for from the team? Now it's time to shoot.
Hey, I'll
Yes,
go since
please.
you know, like a lot of this is based on like booking appointments. But a use case that I'm looking for is for not necessarily booking appointments, but getting people to schedule for events. So that's a use case I'm looking for.
All right. In what industry? If you could share a bit more.
You know, digital marketing.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Someone really raised a big one. Banking customers to complete a loan application. Yeah, that's something really big. So if you want to take this one, I'm just scrolling through the questions. Yeah, Abraham, we're making, and that's the reason why we're going to work with Scott to make workflow automation especially easy for non-techie users in the GHL side. Yeah, that's what we're planning to do. So, Justin, yeah, please go on.
Hey, just a thought when you're asking about requesting maybe some things that could be very helpful. For me, I'm in the well, it doesn't matter what I do, but in the end, I think what would be really helpful, and I don't know if this is applicable to everyone, but would be some sort of script generator where you could put in an industry, like you could put in your industry, like, I do a certain thing, other people on this call do the certain thing, and would help do at least a preliminary script that would be at least
Yes.
95% accurate. I don't know if that's even available or if you have that already. I haven't even looked. So
yes, Justin, that's good. We already have a GPT trained from our prompts that helps you build like the first prompt to iterate. We're going to add that GPT natively into our tool. It will be like your prompt wizard. And also along that line, we're going to build and invest more time into building industry standard templates that already can start, and you can jump in and just replace your with your data and use it straightforward. But yes, we can share the GPT chat afterwards. It's in our documentation as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you. I seen William.
Alex.
Yes, please go on. Daj, yeah.
Hey, Alex. So we had a call yesterday. So I just want to first of all, thank you everybody who's sharing all this knowledge. We are in this new wave of AI, and we all are learning from each other. And it's amazing to see all these people on this platform and the great platform you have built. Alex, if you don't mind, I want to share that screen I showed you yesterday, and I want to see if any of the participants are recruiters here, and I want to see if they can contact me to make this screen better for recruiting purposes, the way we are working with you. Obviously, we are using Synthflow as a backend, but I want to show people that what we are working on, and if anybody has any ideas to add to this, we would love to hear from them. Is that okay with you?
Yes, Taj, I know your use case is a bit different. I know we have here at least James Pemberton that is in the
so if you just allow me to share the screen, I just want to share the screen and show James and other people, and I want to.
All right. Yeah, go ahead, Taj.
Sure.
You have 2 minutes to share this.
So everybody and anybody who's in a recruiting world here on this platform, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to create an interface where a recruiter doesn't have to worry about prompting or anything. and an admin person will fill in all the rules section of the prompts, the company information of the prompt, the client information of the prompt. They come here and they just enter the job title, job location, hourly rate, full-time or contract, remote allowed or not, required skills, recruiter who's going to be calling and their phone number, and the person they're going to be calling. They just enter this information, and the system takes care of converting this into Synthflow equivalent prompting behind the scene. And I had given demo to Alex and Hakob yesterday, and I think they were happy to see what this was able to accomplish. Ultimately, the backend is Synthflow, but what we did is that we create a wrapper on this where it just makes very easy for recruiter. They don't even have to worry about anything. And what we are also trying to do here is that taking this to the next level, where if you have an applicant tracking system like we use Job Diva, you just come and enter the Job Diva job ID and fetch it, and it will automatically fill in the rest of the information also. So they don't even have to write everything. They just, if they have a Job Diva or Bullhorn or whatever tool they are using, they will provide the interface for all the ATS and CRM. And that way we can here, we have an option to upload a CSV file also. You can upload CSV file of 100 people, and you can say run later or run now. And once you run later, it's going to ask you what time. So basically, most of the times in Eastern time, the people are more accessible between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. And that time recruiters are pretty much gone home. So this tool is going to change how recruiters will source the people. We have not done anything different. We are using Synthflow as a backend. So our goal is to create a white label Synthflow for recruiters only. And if anybody has any suggestions or idea or anything, please reach out to me. I would love to pick your brains and see where, what else can we do in collaboration with Synthflow to make this like an AI recruiter, which will eliminate the whole process of prospecting, pre-qualification of it, all that stuff done by AI, so that now instead of recruiter making 100 phone calls a day and hardly getting 1 or 2 resumes, now they can make 500 calls and might get 5 resumes, 10 resumes. And we are also working with Synthflow to see how if I left a message for James and James calls us back, we want AI to be smart enough to know based on James caller ID saying that, hey, James, thank you for calling me back. I had left you a message at 3:30 p.m. today about this job. I'm sure you're calling about that. How can I help you? And now this could be 24/7 recruiter now. So we are very excited about this technology of Synthflow, how it's going to facilitate us. And if anybody can contribute, help us, please contact me directly. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Taj. This was really, really nice. We appreciate what you're doing. And yeah, something like this, like we're really deconstructing the prompt is something we're going to also do. But yeah, especially for recruitment, go to Taj. Yeah.
Please. I'm just picking, I just want to pick your brains and see what else can we do to make a excellent AI recruiter.
Yes. Thank you very much, Taj. If you could close your sharing screen so I can.
Sure. You can just, where did that screen go, man? Just give me one moment.
No worries. If you guys have questions for Taj, yeah, please shoot. He shared his email here. And yeah.
Yeah, I would suggest, Alex, maybe we switch to the next one, looking at the time now for the audience.
And have the best services out there. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. We will also send a recording for the mail, and we're also going to send again the invitation for the next webinar. If you could just talk with me 1 more minute, please tell me what other topic do you expect to handle into those webinars. That would be really helpful to be sure we are on point with what you need. Either write it or just raise your hand. It doesn't matter. Yes, Kai, please.
Yeah, I guess I'd really like to understand more from your perspective, maybe in the future or now, if you can explain it, just the benefit. What is the benefit of white labeling? If I'm going to have a subset of clients that will be using Synthflow, and I've got to get into some really technical stuff, either on GoHighLevel or on make.com or Zapier, whatever we end up choosing, what is the biggest benefit of white labeling through Synthflow? Because if I've just got my clients sitting in Make, I'm just trying to piece this together. I'm just trying to understand what your answer is for that.
Yes, sure. Let me answer that question. So white labeling, it's less about the, it's not only about technical capabilities or further features you have, but it also includes the license that you can resell this technology, the minutes, right? Let's say if you have your clients, right, you have reputation in some market, let's say in real estate or dental offices, etc. You can create the sub accounts, right? Put your brand on top of it. Synthflow is in the back, so your end user doesn't see us. And you can go and resell the minutes. Why we think this is a great thing also for Synthflow, because there are many things that you can give to your customers that we cannot, and that is the knowledge of your market. You can help them with the prompting, with the setup. And we see with our other agency, white label agencies, that their end users appreciate that a lot, right? They are even, I'm sure, even if they would know there is like some product out there, they would still go with the agency owner because of the added value that he's getting, right? It's exactly, it's a vertical specific environment. It's customized. You prompt it for them. You help them with setup. You elaborate. You consult them on the use case. And there are many details. Like, for example, you saw how Scott built this workflow, right? And let's say ask a dental office to build that kind of workflow, right? So this is like the added value that you can deliver and have your margin on top of that. And you can do that with white label. With other packages, you don't have that license to do or create sub accounts or resell the minutes. Yeah.
Yes, Kyle, just one thing to mention from what Hakob said, rebilling. You can rebill your customers directly through our app. So you can put on top of our pricing how much you want, and you can resell it afterwards. Yeah.
Makes sense. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Kyle. Anyone else? Or what do you expect from the following webinars to see? I don't know, prompting or more use cases, whatever you need to become successful. Use cases. All right. All right. Snapshots. All right, for sure. Okay. Onboarding flow. All right, William, could you tell us a bit more about that? What do you mean onboarding flow?
Hey guys, thanks a lot. This so far what I've seen is just amazing on every level, and super excited to see where you're going. You know, and keeping in line, we try to keep everything easy. You know, like I'm saying, give us the white label, give us the collateral, give us videos, give us everything that we can go to market and sell, because that's what a lot of us, you know, are really good at, and we get bogged down. And one of those things is how would we onboard a client, a layman, right? Hey, listen, onboarding for the voice AI, upload this file, upload this, just like what we kind of saw the gentleman that presented, kind of something to that nature that would help them onboard themselves and provide everything that we would need to train that AI, to get the prompts that we need. So I know you guys are involved in that, but that something like that on onboarding would make it, you know, go to market faster.
Yeah, that's what we're really making the effort now, William. Thank you for reminding us. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll send the recording and the new event, and yeah, talk to you and waiting you on the next webinar. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, everyone. We really enjoyed these webinars with you.
Thank you. See you
Thank
soon.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.